Hello Year 3, hope you're well. Welcome to your next maths lesson. Now before we start, let's just check if we got these four things that I've got here. So let's just check if we've got our maths book, a sharp pencil, a ruler and a rubber. Pause the video if you need to get anything now. Great, let's just also make sure we've got our eyes out for one of these two logos and just see which one. So let's just make sure we keep an eye out on which one pops up on the top right hand side of our screen, because that's going to tell you whether you need to be listening to the slide or whether you need to have your pencil ready for when I tell you to do an activity. Okay, great. So let's move on to today's lesson then. So today we're going to be multiplying two-digit numbers by one-digit number. But the difference is, compared to the last few lessons, is that we're going to be exchanging today. And we're going to do this pictorially, okay? So before we begin, let's just write the date and learning objective in our maths books, and then in your busy books, or in your maths book if you haven't got your busy book, I would like you to have a go at solving these two calculations here. And then I would like you just to have a think or write down what's the same and what's different when you're calculating these two, calculations. Maybe look at the numbers, maybe look at how it's laid out, maybe look at maybe have a think whilst you're working it out, what's the same and what's different, and then maybe the answers as well, okay? So do the answers first and then find what's the same and what's different. Okay, right, so let's go through the answers then, and I'm going to do the answers to both of these, and then we can go through the similarities and differences. So the answer to 32 times 3 is 96. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. Let's have a look at this one here now. 32 add 3 is 35. Okay. So let's go through the similarities first. One similarity that I found was that both of these calculations, we don't need to exchange. We're not writing anything extra. We're not exchanging into the tens column at all. It's pretty simple calculations going on. Another similarity I found was that both have the same digits in their number sentence. 32, we were timesing or multiplying 3. Okay. The same digits are in the same place in the number sentence. For both, when you're calculating, you always focus on the ones column first. So you remember I times 3 by 2 first, and I added 3 and 2 together first. Let's go through some differences then. So the first difference that I found was that the answers are different, of course. When we're multiplying, the answer is 96, and when we're adding, the answer is 35. In one, we are multiplying, and in the other, we are adding. Okay. Super. Well done if you also found some other differences. There might have been some other ones, but they were the main ones that I found. Okay. Brilliant. Great, so this is an activity slide, but I'm just going to explain what we need to do first. I'm going to model one, and then I'm going to give you one to do. Okay, so pencils down just for now, and then I'll tell you when to pick them up again. So, using the Deans here, I need to write the multiplication number sentence to represent these, okay? So I'm going to look at the amount of groups that I've got, and then the amount in each group, okay? And I know these yellow stacks or these yellow towers represent 10. And I know these little red cubes represent 1, okay? So in one group here, I notice there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lots of 10 and 1, 2 ones, okay? Ooh, so there are 62 altogether. Okay, I noticed that there are 2 groups. Like you might have just seen my block. So there are 2 groups with 62 in each group. Okay, so now I know that, I can write my number sentence, which is 2 times 62. like we normally say in class as well, 2 lots of 62. Okay, right, your go now. So get your pencil ready. I would like you to write the correct number sentence to represent these deans here. Okay, so count how many's in each group, count how many groups there are, and then write the correct number sentence. Pause the video and do that now. Okay, let's go for the answer then. So I can see here that we have got 3 groups, and we have in one group, I'm just going to focus on this group here, 1, 2, 3, 4 tens, which is 40, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. Okay, oh, got it covered up twice. So we have 3 groups of 45, as there are 4 tens and 5 ones. And the multiplication number sentence for this is 3 times 45, as there are 3 lots of 45. Don't worry if you wrote it around the other way, that's absolutely fine, because it's still going to give us the correct answer. I just like doing it this way because it's really easy for me to remember it. Okay, fantastic. Right, so like I said, we are going to be exchanging today, but using a pictorial method to do that. So, like I said, it's a listening slide. So I've got your pencil on your paper, and I really want you to be focusing on what I'm saying, okay? So, I've got a number sentence here, 4 times 23, okay? I'm going to use Dean's firstly to help me work this out. I'm going to use up my base 10 method, okay? And I know if it's 4 times 23, I need to have 4 groups of 23 Deans. This is what one group would look like. 2 tens, 20, 3 ones, 3. But remember, we're times by 4, so we should have 4 lots of 23 Deans. Okay. Now, what I'm noticing here is there are quite a lot of ones. Okay. And to help us, we're just going to rearrange the Deans into tens and ones, which I've done here. Can you see that I have got all the tens? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tens in these 4 groups, and I've arranged them into one group, but I've still got 8 tens there. And can you see I've arranged the ones I've got into another group? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ones. Now, when we're exchanging, we always want our ones to be less. We need our ones to be less than 9. I know that we have more than 9 ones here, so we need to exchange 10 ones for 1 10. I'm going to do this using a pen. This might not be the clearest on your screen. I'm trying to find a good colour for it. I'm going to use blue, okay? And I'm just going to count 10 and cross them out, okay? So 1. You can count along at home as well if you want. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now I've done that, I can draw in another block of tens. Okay, and I can transfer that over there. So now I have 9 tens because I've transferred 10 ones over, and I have 2 ones left. Okay, so I've written it here as well just to show you even more. I have 9 tens here and 2 ones. 90 add 2 is 92, which is our final answer. So we can fill it in at the top here. 4 times 23 equals 92. Okay, right. Now I've shown you how to do that, I would like you to have a go at doing that yourself. So I've given you a number sentence here to have a go at. 3 times 54, okay? So think how many groups we need, think how many needs to be in each group, and then try to exchange those ones over, or group it into tens and ones, then exchange the ones over if you need to, okay? So have a go at doing that now, pause the video, and then we can go through the answer. Okay, right, let's go through the answer then. So we should have firstly drawn out 3 groups of 54. Okay, so we should have 5 tens and 4 ones in each group, and we should have 3 groups. Next, what we should have done is arranged our tens and our ones into separate groups. Okay, and we should have all together. There's a lot of tens here, isn't there? We should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 tens to start with. And then we should have 12 ones. Now, again, 12 is not 9 or below. So we're going to have to exchange. So what you should have done, let me get to the blue. What we should have done is again crossed out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ones, and then exchanged it for another 10. We can move the 10 over there. So now we did have 15 tens, but we've exchanged another one over. So we should have 16 tens, which is the same as 160. And then we should have also 2 ones left over, which is the same as 2. 160 add 2 finally equals 162. And that is the answer to our number sentence. Remember to fill it in at the top. 162. Okay? So make sure, always check with your ones that if you have above 9 ones, you're going to need to exchange. Brilliant. Right. It's a listening slide again. So put your pencil on your paper, and then eyes on the screen again, because I'm going to explain the next method that we could use. So we've used Dean's, we've used base 10. We're now going to use partitioning to help us. So I have 3 times 45 here. What I'm firstly going to do is take the 2-digit number, like I do when I usually partition, which is 45, and then I'm going to split it into their tens and their ones. So I should have it as 40 and 5. So there are 4 tens and 5 ones. I'm then going to multiply the tens first that I've partitioned by the 1-digit number, which is 3. So I'm going to do 40 times 3, which is 120. I'm then going to go to my ones, and I'm again going to times it by the 1-digit number that I've got there, which is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Finally, what we need to do to add this together, what we need to do is add it together, sorry. So I have my 2 answers. I have 120 and 15. 120 and 15 is 135. And that is the answer again to our next question. Last question, sorry. Okay. Remember as well, if you find timesing 40 by 3 or a multiple of 10, quite a large multiple of 10 by a larger 1-digit number, remember you can make 40 10 times smaller, which makes it 4. Just remember though, if you do that, make your answer to your calculation 10 times bigger again. Right. Now I've shown you how to do one, I would like you to have a go at partitioning to answer this question. 7 times 22. Pause the video and have a go at doing that now. Great, let's go through the answers then. So what you should have done firstly is use your 2-digit number and partitioned it. So you should have had 22, then partitioned it into its tens and ones, 20 and 2. 2 tens, 2 ones, 22. Then we're going to multiply our tens by the 1-digit number that I have here, which is 7. 7 times 20 is 140, that should be. 140. Okay. Sorry if that confused you for a second then. 7 times 20 is 140. Okay. And then we're multiplying our ones by a 1-digit number. 7 times 2 is 14. Can you see this is can you see you could have used this for that equation here. If you made 20 10 times smaller, you would have got that answer, but then we make it 10 times bigger for 140 here. Okay? And finally, because we got our 2 answers, we have to add them together. 140 add 14 is 154. These questions we should hopefully be able to do in our heads, or we can use another method that we know through adding, to help us work out this. Okay, but most of these I think we can do in our head. Right then, well done if you got that right. Okay, right, it's your turn now. Now we've gone through these activities, it's your turn to have a go at the activities now. So I've changed up my activities slightly. So I want everyone to have a go at I would like everyone to have a go at the first 2 slides, maybe going up to question 5. I would like most people definitely to have a go at all the 3 slides, and then there's also an extra 2 slides with tricky questions on. I've also included, if you can see here, some challenges in question 3 and 4, and these are much harder questions. So if you're really up for a challenge, I would like you to give it a go, but it is slightly trickier. So you can make your decision when you get to it. It might be worth having a go. I really don't mind, but if you want a challenge, it's there. Great. So I'm just going to put the activity here, so we know it's really clear that we're doing the activity. Apologies. Great. So go through these slides, pause them when you need to, answer the questions on the slides, and the answers will be at the end. Okay, brilliant. I'll see you either in our next maths, science, or English lesson. I hope you get on well with the activities.